and tried to, do you know what I mean? We took a lot of shit for what she said, and it's just shown that actually, are you just out for yourself at this point?
Definitely, you are right there, Jay.
Like,
And
so
the thing
not
is,
only
you can't stop somebody from saying something. If they're going to say it, they're going to say it, regardless. You know, and I understand it must be awful, because if you have been following and you are personal friends, then yeah, it is awful. But I do like the fact that you're saying no, it's not acceptable.
No, because do you know what? If someone got, like, my friends in my real life, my family, if they was to come up to me and say, "Listen, the behaviour you've just displayed, I don't like, and it's actually really upset me,"
Yes.
I would make that conscious effort to not make that same mistake again.
Yeah.
And that's where I feel like, as friends of hers, I do feel a little bit let down and disappointed. God knows how the girls feel, and people that have been offended by what she said, they must feel even worse. But I just think, you know, we all make that conscious effort that if we've upset somebody, like whether it be a friend, family member, whether it's racism or, you know, something else, we make that effort to not hurt that person again. And I just feel like in that moment, you've only thought about what you think that you should stand by, and not about how it's going to impact other people or how it's going to make other people feel and who it's going to upset again. And they shouldn't have to go through that again. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So that's just my stance on it.
I'm just going to quickly play this video because obviously more people have joined and they probably haven't seen it yet. This is Pearl, one of Pearl's family who come in.
We have to do something about it. We can't just keep talking and talking and talking and nothing gets done. So I think we should all be doing it.
Can you just have my say, please? It's just a quick one. I'm a gypsy. I'm Pearl's cousin. I think it's absolutely disgusting. My nephews and nieces has got mixed race kids, and I think it is fine. The first time, people, 90% of this app forgive her for what she said. This time there should be no forgiveness. She should be off the app. She's my cousin, and I think it's absolutely disgusting. It's a disgrace. That's like
See, so she can't use the excuse that that's something she uses, that word she uses in an everyday life.
it's disgusting.
And that's her
My
right.
nephews and nieces are mixed race, which is her own family. That is wrong.
See? So she can't use the fact that she's uneducated because her own family's now sat here saying it. Thank you so much.
Props to you. I've been watching all these lives this morning. I've been in Angie's. I tried to get in Angie's box. I couldn't get into Angie's box. And I've just come out. I've just scrolled past. Saw you on this. If she either likes me or she don't like me, because I will not stand by her for what she has done. It's absolutely a disgrace. A disgrace to her own community for what she has done.
Big yourself up, Granny. Thank you so much for coming in this box and sharing that. Big your...
So there we go.
Yep, even her family don't stand by her now. That's really good that they're calling her out on it.
Well, that speaks volumes, doesn't it, really? She knew what she was doing.
The comments back on. Please don't turn them off for my sake. So that's that anyway. So
Thank you, Jay, for putting your point across about that, because a lot of people were asking if Miss J is still following and if you're going to support her still. So it's good that you've cleared your side up.
Ethel, who do you feel for who? Ethel? You feel for who, Pearl? Ethel?
oh, my new account. Yeah, I only made that new account last night because I got bananaed on both my
Thanks for
ones.
coming, Miss J, because everyone was saying that you were still following her, blah, blah, blah.
Oh
blah.
God, yeah, give me chance, man. I've had my little boy's football match today. I've just been, do you know what I mean? I've got stuff to do off the app, but anyway, I've done what I've done. Like I say, I've walked away, and if that's alone and I lose friends from that, then that's okay too.
Yeah.
Sorry, Jay, just before you go, there's people asking in the chat what's Miss Red say on it, but I don't think it's fair to ask.
Can I be
Miss J.
yeah, I'm gonna put this out now. Please leave Donna alone. Like, she's on holiday with her family. Let her do what she needs to do on that part. I'm sure you'll understand that when you're on holiday with your family, you don't want to be bugged by TikTok. So I'm just let her do what she needs to do on holiday. And I'm sure when she's back, I'm sure Luke's doing the FYP this week. And then when she's back, she'll, you know, address it herself. I can't talk for her, you know.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, no, I agree.
But yeah, so anyway, is it all right if I go?
Yeah, no,
Thank you
thanks,
for
Jay.
bringing that up, 'cause
Thanks.
at least in the chat, no one can say, "Oh, but Miss J's still following her." Blah 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 blah.
Yeah, no, just give me like chance. I'm trying to do other stuff like off the app and that. So
Yeah. Okay, Miss J, take care.
all right, see you in a bit.
Thank you.
Bye.
Bye, bye, bye.
Right, I'm going to drop and let somebody else jump on.
All right, thank you.
All the best to all of you, and take care.
You too. So all you trolls can stop because Miss J has said what she's doing with it.
Can I just say something, please?
Yeah.
I totally am disgusted in what Pearl said. Totally. Loved her, subscribed to her. Absolutely disgusted. First time, yes, okay. Second time, no. It was awful. And it should have never been said. It was out of anger, or it was thrown in the wrong direction to the wrong people, and it was really bad. And I do feel for the people that were in that box at the time. But I also, this is going to be a little bit controversial, I also think, like, CLA, she got done for racism, yeah? And she got a slap on the hand. So what do you think that, I don't understand, like, in the sense of people are saying, oh, she needs to be off the app. She's not going to come off the app. I swear to God, she will not come off the app.
Well, we'll try to take her off the app. And comparing what CLA did to what Pearl did twice, I think it's not
But
comparable.
CLA has done it numerous times.
But CLA did get a racism charge. She has actually been charged with that. And like you
And
were saying
previously
earlier,
as well.
yeah,
Yeah, but it still needs
Miss
reported to the police. It still needs reported, doesn't it?
Miss Curvaceous has a link on her page, on her story, where you can go and report it, and she's asking if everybody can do that for her.
But she'll just
I
get,
just
because it's
could I
her
just
first
quickly say
time
something,
through the police, she'll just get a slap on the hand.
We don't know that. We don't
She
know.
will. She will. That will be it.
We can still get her taken off the app.
As you have for CLA, because she's racist. It doesn't work like that. Look at...
Why are you so hooked on, why are you bringing up CLA?
No, because I think that they're just as bad as each other, to be honest with you.
We don't know CLA's circumstances when she got arrested. We don't know all of that stuff, so we really don't know what CLA has had to face because of what she said. So to bring CLA into it is totally like, doesn't make sense to me.
Well, it does to me because as far as I'm concerned, she's still sitting on the app and still doing exactly the same nastiness on the app.
When has
CLA,
hold on. I'm not a CLA big fan, but I will say this. After CLA made that racist comment, she got charged. We don't know the ins and outs of it. How are you going to say that CLA has been racist since then? Since she got her charges and she was educated on what and what not to say, has CLA done it since?
Yeah, she has. Quite a few times.
I haven't seen it.
No, I haven't either.
No, I have.
With respect,
Quite a few times.
whoever's talking about what about this and what about that and what about who and what about when, it's not about anybody else. It's about what Pearl has done and what we are going to do about
I
it.
totally agree with you.
Stop digressing. We're not.
I totally agree with you. I totally agree with you.
Exactly what I'm saying, Mama G. She keeps bringing up CLA. It's got nothing to do with it.
So if you haven't got anything better to say or you haven't got any positive solutions, come off and let somebody else take a space. Because you're wasting precious time.
Time. Can you elaborate?
Well, if you don't understand Queen's English, then, I think you need to go back to school. You heard what I said and so did everybody else.
Really?
Excuse
I'm
me.
sick and
Could I
tired of
just
people saying,
quickly
what
say
about this and what about this person and what about that person?
No, what I
Let's
was
stay
saying.
on
Hang
the
on.
subject.
Hang on.
Let's
2
stay on the
seconds.
subject of how
Calm down.
Pearl
Calm
is a
down.
disgrace. An absolute disgrace.
Definitely, but I think they were comparing like how CLA got treated to this. Like CLA did get a racism charge, and so should Pearl at the end of this.
Thank you.
Yeah, so that's what.
Could I just say something,
Whether she gets a
please?
slap on the wrist or not, she needs to be held accountable.
Exactly.
Absolutely, yeah.
Yes, and I totally agree with that.
It
I
doesn't
totally
mean
agree with that.
Let's just
Dick or Harry has
stop
been
there
racist.
and stop doing what about this person and what about that person.
But what
Yeah.
I'm trying
That's not
to
who we're talking about
explain.
right now.
Hang on. What I'm trying to explain
I
is.
know what you're trying to explain, sister, but that is not the subject right now.
And didn't also people try and educate Pearl in what she said wrong many times?
Yes, I
and
totally
then she's
agree.
gone
I
and done
totally,
it again.
I totally agree with you all. I totally do. But what I'm saying is, why I don't understand why people think that she's going to come off the app and she's just going to get a slap on the wrist, and it is really bad.
You don't
that it should.
Miss Curvaceous's bio and fill out the form that she's got up there for everyone.
I will.
Everyone's
I
talking
will.
about it. And they're also showing how you can deal with something.
Sorry, I can't hear you.
It's got that noise in the background.
Yeah, I can't hear.
You need to mute. Look up on Mitch.
I don't know who it is.
I think it's Mitch.
I can't hear. Sorry.
Is it Mitch? There you go. Sorry.
Sorry.
Sorry, Tanya. I muted you by accident. I didn't know who it was. Not muted you. I just shut your microphone off. Go ahead.
Hi, can you hear me now? Can you hear me now?
Yeah. But Sarah,
sorry, yes.
I just want to hear Sarah end it so I can get her out of the box. So you think nothing's going to happen to Pearl then?
No, I don't.
Just
No, I
because
don't.
you think that nothing happened to CLA again, bringing her up stupidly. We don't know what her CLA's charges were. We don't know what she's doing at the moment with the law. We don't know what happened. So to bring it up is totally irrelevant to what's going on with Pearl, period.
As you think, yes, as you think.
No, that's the facts.
No, as you think.
No, that's the facts.
No, as you think.
Well, what do you know different then? What concrete proof do you have about something in this conversation right now with CLA? Or that Pearl's not going to be taken down? How do you know that?
Because it never happens.
There's
Look at Deidro. Look at all the other people on this. Have they been taken down?
Sorry,
No.
I'm sorry, I've got to stop you there. I've got to stop you there. Sorry, Mama G. Deidro and racism are two different things. Let's not deflect off of the subject.
But no, I'm not deflecting off the subject. What I'm saying is, you're trying to get people off the app. We've all tried to get people off the app. It never happens. That's what I'm saying.
I don't know what's going to happen. Did everybody go fill out forms for CLA? I don't know. Is everybody going to go for Pearl? Yes. You don't know what's going to happen.
Everybody wrote reports for CLA and she got charged, and now everybody should be doing the same for Pearl.
Definitely.
But she's still on the app.
It doesn't matter about being on the app. Just don't watch her if you don't want to fucking like her. If you don't like what she's doing, don't watch her.
But what I'm saying is, they're still on the app.
It doesn't matter whether they're on the app or not. Oh my God.
Just agree with her. She wants to be right. That's the
Yeah,
thing.
okay, Sarah, I get your point, right, yes. Smashing lovely,
All the ego, man.
I think, Sarah, you must be a big Pearl fan. And don't worry, your fucking favorite creator will still be there in the morning.
No, I'm not a big Pearl fan.
Well,
I was, but after yesterday, I'm not. I've got family and mixed race and this, that, and the other, so I'm not. So don't even surmise that I am. Okay.
Let's leave it at this. We don't know what's going to happen to Pearl. We don't know the ins and outs of what happened to CLA. Is that fair?
Yeah, totally.
All right.
Hi, could I just speak, please?
Sure, Tanya.
Hi. Hi. Yeah, can I just quickly say, firstly, Sarah, if we all thought like you, Rosa Parks wouldn't have got on that bus. We would have all just give up fighting racism, wouldn't we? If that was the
Totally,
point
I
that you're
totally agree with
making.
you. But
Is that the point you're making? Like, it doesn't matter because it never worked before.
No, I'm
So we'll
not.
just
I'm
all give
not.
up.
What I'm saying is, you're doing an absolutely fantastic job. I think all of you are absolutely fantastic, and
I'm
you're all
speaking now,
doing.
so can you please be? I'm speaking now, please. If you'd like to give us the
Yeah,
decency to
sorry,
speak.
sorry.
Thank you. So, what I wanted to say when I first come on was when Pearl used the derogatory language the first time, that wasn't a mistake. She didn't need educated. That was deliberate. She's a woman, she's pretending. She's played a game with you. Yeah? She wasn't saying that deliberately because she didn't know better. She's always been a racist. She'll always be a racist. Right? That wasn't like, it's a little old lady act. She did the same with the transphobic. She's done the same with numerous other things. And she does a little old lady act. Oh, I didn't realise. Oh, I'm old. Do you understand?
Yeah,
She
I'm
didn't need
55. I'm
educated.
55.
Yeah,
My son's
yeah.
30. My son's 34. My daughter's
I'm not
36.
just talking to you, Sarah. Can you let us finish, please?
Sorry,
You've got a horrible, horrible habit to just keep interrupting people on here.
sorry.
So yeah. So she's done it again now. Okay? And if we let her get away with it, she'll do it again. If we let her get, she'll do it again because she's racist. She's born in through racist. And the other horrible thing on here is that there's a huge faction of EDL and NF and Reform on here as well. And that's where her supporters will come from. So she's got followers who are very, very dangerous people. So, Sarah, when you turn around and say, well, we haven't managed to get Diageo, that does not cut it. Well, people are fighting for their lives here. Fighting for their lives, fighting for their lives. People are killed over their skin colour every day in this country.
I
It's
know.
not some
I
flip
totally
thing.
know.
Excuse me, I'm still not finished.
Sorry.
So when you say, well, we didn't get, CLA and all this, we don't give up. We don't give up now. I'm not a black lady. I can't imagine what these girls are going through on a daily basis. But what I can do is stand behind them and not come out with daft things like you do about, well, we couldn't get rid of CLA. So what do we just all give up? We need to stand behind them and give them our power and help them and get rid of the pearls in this life, and stand behind them until we do get rid of these people.
Yes, Tonya.
And that's all I wanted to say.
Very well put, Tanya. Very well put.
Miss Tanya. Go you.
Sarah, were you Pearl's ex-mod?
No, never. No, I've never been a mod for Bill.
Okay.
No.
Just in the comments, they were saying that.
No, I've never been a mod for Pearl. I've never been a mod for anybody, to be honest. Well, I did one person for like 2 days and then I did like what they were about, so I left. So, no, I've never, it wasn't Pearl either. No.
So can we agree with what Tanya said then?
Yes, totally. I totally agree with her.
Okay.
I totally agree with her. And if I've upset anybody or been, thought mechanism, I was just speaking out loud and that was it. I didn't mean to upset anybody. I'd never do that. I'm not that kind of person.
No. We were just saying that we should be talking about Pearl, not about other situations.
Yeah, I was just trying to say, like, other people are on this app who are just as bad and they don't get taken down. That's what I was trying to say. I'm sorry if I didn't come across properly. I'm sorry.
But I don't think it's our job to just try and get people off the app. People are entitled to do what the fuck they want. It is your choice whether you want to follow them or not, or keep watching them. That's it.
Yeah, I know. I do follow Pearl, but I won't be after I've spoken to you lot. Believe me. And I did, well, I do subscribe to her, but I won't be after this. So everybody put in, yes, I follow. Yes, I do follow, but I won't be after this. And it's because
I mean,
I needed someone to talk to listen to them, to understand, you know, their mechanism of thought mechanism. Sorry, that's all it was.
Can we let Mama G speak? She hasn't spoken really.
Yeah, I just first of all, I want to say kudos to the host for firing up this live, and I feel like in regards to what this lady has said again, those of you that stood by her, gave her the benefit of the doubt, and you know, we understand why you did that. Don't get me wrong. Now she's made all of you lot look stupid as well. She's disrespected you guys as well. You know what I mean? And if anybody is out there who continues to support her, gift her, then it sends us, the victims, I don't like to say it, but that's in inverted commas, a clear sign that you stand with her. And it says a lot about you.
Exactly. I agree.
and don't forget, Pearl was the person that said she was going to be violent towards Lynn's and mocked her disability. Pearl also came back online after she said it the first time and said she was going to unalive herself. You know, she was acting in the most appalling way. So after the backlash the last time, she was going to unalive herself, but then she did it again.
Exactly.
The woman's foul. She's a disgrace.
Yeah, I
you know,
remember that.
she needs off this app. She needs off.
Everybody was saying,
you know, and it'll be interesting. It'll be interesting to see who out the bully group is going to take sides with her, and we know who's in the bully group, and we know what's said on Miss Red's FYP in the morning. You know, so it'll be interesting to see what happens. I know Miss J's just been on, and I know Mother Teresa's made his views very clear as well. But we can't have people coming on here like Pearl and young people witnessing blatant racism and thinking that's going to be acceptable. Exactly. It's absolutely not. And those poor girls having to put up an entire community having to listen to that is an absolute disgrace for me. It is. It's made me feel sick all day. From last night, I felt ill. Having to know that those girls are upset hurts my heart. It really does. For that pure evil little racist woman. That's all she is. She's a scumbag. Sorry, I'm getting carried away. I'm going to drop down now. Thank you for letting us up and having me say.
Thank you, Tanya.
Can I speak?
I'm just going to say, I just want to drop. Angie, thank you so much for having me in today and letting me get involved. Please don't stop talking about this, because Pearl is just trying to hide away from it now. Also, Sarah, I'm really sorry if I felt like we were coming at you. But yeah, thank you guys.
No, you're fine. You're fine.
Have a lovely day, everyone.
Hi, I just wanted to say hi, Angelica. Thank you for accepting my request. Hello, everybody else. I just wanted to say that I've spoken to Pearl, and when it first happened, she was really apologetic, but at the same time, she kept taking back that apology. She kept taking it back, and so what she did was kind of like not a surprise to me. I do think that she is inciting hatred. She's dividing people, and she's dividing a whole community again, like different communities. She's causing a divide, and I do think the larger creators do need to get involved and to stand with the black community against this, because it shouldn't be left to Paige and Torian, who are mothers with children. You know, I mean, getting such hatred in their inbox. Like, if you see the kind of messages they get, it's just awful.
Yeah.
And I think that as a collective on the app, I think just similar as we stand against like homophobia and transphobia, if this had been somebody like from the gay community had said, look, this word upset me, it had been, oh, I apologise, similar the way Zach said he was offended by what somebody else, another big creator said. They apologised, moved on. Why do we have to keep having these discussions? Why do we have to, like, as a black community, why do we have to have these discussions being talked about something that's obviously offensive? And it's an offensive word. We found it offensive. We shouldn't need to keep having the poor pages and the not poor page, sorry, I love her to bits, strong page and Worry and Torian and Hannah and Mama G come in the box and explain our pain. It should have been the fact that the big creator should have got behind us as a community. If Pearl is so she's very doubling down on her racism. That's basically what she's doing. Because even somebody at the first time, somebody from a community came in, not her cousin, and said that that word was unacceptable. And now she's knowingly. The difference between her and CLA is that she's actually aligning her platform to weaponize against our community, against the black community. And that's where she's wrong. She's definitely saying, I'm going to say this word, I'm going to do this, and she's doing it repeatedly. And that is wrong because it's causing hatred. It's causing hatred and it's causing fraction. And I think the big creators should be speaking on this, not just Paige, not just Torian. It should be a whole, like with the Antonio situation and the blackout, it should be something as strong as that, because then it would send a message that across TikTok that racism is not accepted, because it isn't accepted. And not only that, it's not only racism, it's discrimination against any community, against whether it be Muslim, whether it be gay. Think about it if it was, any other community. But why is it? Because it's our voice is denigrated. It shouldn't be. It shouldn't be up for negotiation. It shouldn't be up for discussion. It should be the strict no to racism. We shouldn't be educating. It's not 2024. We know what's wrong. We know what's right. Yeah, it's not about views. It's about the fact that people are allowed to come on and say the WOG word. I was shocked when Tam said that. Took me back to the childhood when I used to be taunted and people used to say, get back on your jam jar. They used to be waving it at me. It traumatized me. This is not just about the people who are actually creating this kind of mess. It's about the viewers. I used to go in boxes and I didn't even remember what colour I was. It's an escapism, I've got serious things going on in my life. TikTok was an escapism. But as soon as this came on, I thought, I don't get in boxes, but I'm having to get in boxes and voice, because the young girls who are young enough to be my daughters are there on the app speaking on subjects which we all should know about.
Exactly.
Yeah? These Paige, they're mothers. They're bringing up children. Children are all our responsibilities. They're actually literally facing some kind of trauma, danger because of this Pearl. We all should be aligning against this. It's wrong what Pearl is doing. She's literally weaponizing her ignorance. And that's all I've got to say. I'm going to get down because I'm getting heated.
And don't forget, those of you that have children, teenagers, that you've brought them up to be kind, accepting people, when they are, hanging out with their friends of different colours, different creeds, because of people like Pearl and their unkind words and their hatred, your children will also be in danger just for being friends with people of colour. So we have to speak against it.
Do you know what?
You guys for firing this up, trust me.
Do you know what's worrying though? That I'm not what's worrying that she's saying it and she's saying it like she doesn't care. Like, I know TikTok is like, it's not real life.
She's inciting. Sorry to interrupt you. She's inciting hatred. That's the
but
word for it.
she she says it like she seems that she doesn't care. Like, this can affect her real life, you know. Like, I don't even want to elaborate on it, but everyone can guess. Like, do you know what I mean? Like, the amount of people she's after offending, like, and she doesn't care. Like, it's worrying,
Yeah.
like, you know. And even the
It's like
first time she apologised, I felt that she only apologised because there were so many people coming for her, and that's why she got upset. She didn't get upset because she thought she said wrong. She got upset because she wasn't able for the trolling, you know. And
Like, you've got some people in the comments saying that it's borderline bullying, right? But when Angie was educated, she got educated with Paige and Tori and things, and everything's fine with that. How much energy people had for Angie. Now it's not bullying in the slightest. It's holding somebody accountable.
Yeah.
And our whole community, she's affected. Like Tori on Angie's live this morning was in bits. Like absolute bits. And because you've got some people that are strong people that don't maybe show emotions or don't want to online, it's affected them really, really deep. And we need to keep this energy, like everyone had for Angie. We need to keep that energy for Pearl, and we need to not stop talking about it until she's off this goddamn app.
It's not only for Pearl, though, it's for every creator who shows racism. I mean, she
100%
obviously,
agree.
yes. But it's for every single one, because she started a narrative of it's acceptable to make a racist remark, and it's not.
And
It's
also
not. So then you have sorry to interrupt you. So then you have Paige having to go into every box and speak up, when who should be aligning with us is the big creators and saying, look, this is wrong. We stand against it. Not be interested in our pockets, because this is bigger than money. It's not about the money. It's about the actual principle of it. Because if it had been somebody from the gay community, everybody would be saying, look, this is wrong. Oh, she would have apologised, shut it down. But why isn't this being shut down? Why are we having to say the same things week in, week out? I was in Pearl's box staring her in the eye through a camera. She was apologising. And then she has the nerve to keep going on and on and on. So then why shouldn't we, as the black community? I didn't remember what colour I was when I was looking at the app half the time. I just knew it was a place for me to have fun. But now I'm having to come out and talk about something that I face every day in my daily life. When I was a child, I used to go around, and a woman said to me, I was really young, 14. She said to me, oh. She looked at me, and I was looking at her. I thought she looked like somebody from school, a teacher. She said to me, "Why don't you get back to your own country?" And I said to her, "I am in my country." And she said to me, "Well, I hate you." I said, "Well, I don't hate you." And then I got off the train, and got off the train, started running. This was in London. And then, do you know who spoke to me? I said, I'm never going to speak to a white woman again. And the white woman came up to me, and I told her what happened, and I was crying. And then she said to me, don't worry, that woman is racist. And I thought, there's good and bad in everybody. There's good and bad in everyone. But it only takes one person to remind you of the trauma that you went through when you was a young girl. And you have to speak about that trauma for people to understand. Why? Why can't I just say that word is offensive, and then it be apology, leave it at that? But no, it opens...
All said, Janelle. Could we give someone else a chance to talk, Ash?
Just on the fact, like the whole black community that she's after insulting, and then Paige and Tori holding the lives the last few weeks, like the trolling. I've heard what they were saying, the trolling that they've got, the messages, the horrible, disgusting messages that they're after getting. Like, she's affecting, like, it's not just a few people, like, it's like the majority of the app, like the black community, and also, like, I'm sure her friends that have stood by her, like, how, like, you know, it's a kick in, like, she had no consideration for anyone at all.
Anyway, thank you, Angelica, for having me in the box. I'm sorry if I chatted too much, but that's just my opinion. You're welcome. Thank you. Bye everybody. Bye. Thank you.
Bye, lovely.
Thank you. Bye, love.
And was she on the app? Was she on live this morning?
Yeah, she was. And there's videos of her being so unapologetic and saying, people want to stand with her, that's fine. If people don't, that's fine. She's not saying sorry. She's going to continue to use the word. That's the end of it, basically.
Wow.
Yeah, she's not apologizing at all. Basically, we have to get used to it that she's going to use that word.
I don't know how she's still on the app.
I don't know. Remy, honey, did you want to talk? You just came up in the box.
No, yeah, I got invited up. Thank you. Yeah, it's a bit of a shit show, all of this, really, isn't it? And it just really it makes me feel sad when I look in the comments and I'm still seeing people say, "We love Pearl, we still stand by Pearl." I mean, what more do you need to see? You know, she's been outwardly racist to a black woman to her face. Yesterday, she was outwardly racist to a pack of women of colour. I mean, what does it take? What does it take for you to understand? I'm talking to the people in the comment who are still standing by this woman. Her own cousin has come out again today and said how disgusted she is, how there's mixed race kids in their family. They do not use that word. We are all grown adults. We know that word is offensive, and yet there are still people who are still here saying we stand by her. What is wrong with you people? That is my question. What is wrong with you?
But see, Remy, people who are saying that in the comments, would they come up into the box and put their face on camera and say it, or are they just doing it to be like trolls, or you know what I mean?
Exactly.
It's easy to say something in the comments, but to come up and actually put your face on a camera and say it and say, yeah, we actually stick by Pearl, I guarantee you not many would do it, or anyone if that.
I don't know. It's
and then she's dragging her, is it the gypsy or traveller community? She's dragging, I think she said that like, our community, we say that the whole time. Like, she's dragging her whole community in to say like, yeah, we say that, it's okay, you know?
Well,
like she's affecting so many people, so many different people.
Yeah.
And in a divide as well, like, you know?
Yeah, it is. It's all of that. But, you know, the reason why there's so many of us who are speaking up, including Mama G right next to me, is that, you know, when Pearl said what she said to Laura, it affected every single person of colour. We all felt it. When Luke said his throwaway comment, we all felt it. When DG Decor made his, in air quotes, joke about Africans spitting on him, we all felt it, because we understand what it is, because we experience racism every day, not just on this app, every single day. So we see it, and what we need is the allies to stand up, stand in your energy and expel it.
Yeah.
Okay? Don't just see it and be quiet and say, oh, it's bad, isn't it? You are still going to go into battles with these same racist, disgusting people, and it needs to stop.
Like, the people with big platforms should come out and speak about, do you know, these FYP news, these FYP news platforms, they talk about I'm not slating them all, but they talk about the littlest, the silliest drama, and something as serious as this, like,
everyone's
I'd
quiet.
hope they'd come up and talk about it.
Everyone's quiet. And the only reason we've seen a few creators today coming out and saying, oh, we're blocking Pearl and we're stepping away from Pearl is because they're scared, because they've seen the ruckus for the last 4 or 5 weeks. They're scared.
Yeah.
Scared it's going to affect their platform if they now continue to stand next to her. Where was this energy when she did it the first time? Because you knew it was wrong the first time. But everyone was giving reasons. Oh, she was on the drink. Oh, she says it to her grandkids. And
in your drunk is in your sober, I believe.
You knew the first time it was wrong, but now people are scared because you can see that the black community and the other women of colour and the people of colour on this platform are not sitting down. We're not being quiet, and we're going to use our voice, and we're going to stand together until this behaviour stops. And I can't wait to see next week how many big creators are actually going to stand up and call her out and say, we are against this behaviour. That's what I want to see.
This is what she wasn't banking on. Listen, from time immemorial, since this divide was created by the upper class snobs, right? We have always had our allies as black people. We have always had our allies from different races as black people, and that will never stop, because we all know that we can't throw blanket statements like Pearl does and call people unsavory things and put it like everybody's like that. Not everybody is a wife beater. Not everybody is an unaliver. Not everybody. Do you understand what I'm saying? But she makes blanket statements about people, and whether it's about racism or otherwise, she is all up there talking about other people. Now it's her turn. She said that everybody's doing it for clout. She's looking for clout. Now she's got it because here we are with our allies.
Yep. And somebody just said in the comment that, can we remember that Pearl said this? We all know Pearl said it, which is why we're talking about it. The problem is that the people that have been her friends and didn't call her out the first time, brushed it under the rug, made out like it wasn't a big deal, those people are called racist enablers because you're seeing the racism and you're allowing it to happen. So that is why some of these big creators' names have been pulled into this, because they haven't spoken up. They haven't being anti-racist. People are out here saying, oh, I'm against racism, I'm not racist, but yet you have a friend sitting right next to you who's racist, who you're still gifting to, who you're still picking up, who you're still saying is a nice woman. That makes you an enabler.
But these people that are her friends on TikTok, like, they probably never met her in real life. Maybe some of them have, or maybe met her once or that. But the first time she said it, I feel like she was trying to convince them as well, because I don't know, was she on live or making a video? I think it was live. And she said that she was asking someone to root up a video of her calling her grandkids that ages ago, that she said it before. And she was trying to convince people,
Yeah.
So, I don't know. But it'd be interesting to see what her FYP mates will be saying about it.
I think it's like, you make one mistake, you say it, you get educated. She sat with Paige and Torian, and everyone's like, okay, right, maybe it wasn't great what she said, but she's learning to educate herself. Second is a choice, and the venom and the direction where she was spouting that was at Laura, Paige, Torian, Han, everyone in that community. She spouted that venom, and then unapologetically, after she probably has no hangover, drinks gone, no apology, no, oh my God, I'm so sorry, everyone. Nah.
Now she's out and proud. She's
when your family has
out and proud.
Disown you. Really,
and it's the way it was said as well. It was real aggressive.
Wow.
And I don't know if anybody saw, but when she said it, you can see it in the clip, she kind of sat back a little bit, and she had a smirk on her face, just ever so slightly.
Yeah, she was smug about it.
Yeah, ever so slightly. So quick as well.
She was very happy with herself.
Yeah, I'm glad you saw that as well. I saw it, I thought, surely not. I had to watch about twice.
Well, like I said, she came this morning and basically told us that we have to accept it and live with it, because she's going to keep saying it. So at this point, I think as a collective, we need to, I know I'm in Canada, I will go fill out that form, and then you guys need to, I don't know what you do down there, who you call, report her, get her off the app. Even if she doesn't get off the app, like someone was saying about CLA, at the very least, hold her accountable for what she said legally.
Absolutely. And look, a hate crime is a very serious thing in this country. It stays on your record. It stays with you. If you have any previous records as well, you could actually end up serving time for doing a hate crime. So everybody who is, whether you're a person of colour, whether you're an ally, everybody needs to go and report, because this isn't a one-off. This is a repeated hate crime that has happened. Anybody can report.
Exactly. So all 874 people can do that today, tomorrow, and we can all stand together to get her, at least, like I said, be held accountable for what she said and what she's doing.
Absolutely.
Crazy's comment.
I think it's Miss Curvaceous. On her page, she's put up a video with the link in it. So I think it's Miss Curvaceous. On her page, if anybody wants to report a hate crime, the details are on there. And it's important that people just speak up, man, because we can't tolerate this anymore.
And they say on there, if you need the person's full name, it's Pearl Price.
In the comments there, Crazy saying, you said someone let her rant. Crazy saying, Banshee, I was shocked by Lucy allowing Pearl to rant, and what she said was disgusting. When was that? Was that when she said that comment, or was that last night?
Who's her manager? Does anyone know who she's managed by? Does she have a...
I don't know.
I think it's Spartans, because she was in the Spartans box battle with EQ and Miss Red and all that not so long ago.
Yeah, Clary Lou, though, that she was in the Spartans box battles, but so was EQ, but EQ's managed by someone different. So I don't know if they can just join that or not. I'm not sure.
Ah, interesting. Yeah, good point.
Yeah, I think you can go in. It doesn't matter who you're being managed by. I think you can go in and battle.
She's not managed by Spartan. She's managed by Bert and Ralph.
I think Bert and Ralph dropped her though, didn't she?
No, I think she went back with them. I'm pretty sure she did. I'm 80% sure she's still under them.
Oh right.
I think that was just a lie, to be honest with you.
Yeah.
They dropped her.
Hello, Angie. How are you doing today?
Yeah, well, that's what they say. I don't believe it for a second. Yeah, I'm good, thanks. How are you?
I'm okay. I'm glad you're okay today.
Yeah, she ain't managed by anyone. Oh, well, I don't know, though. I know that she still speaks to Bert and Ralph, so I assumed that, I mean, just because she says that she's been dropped by them doesn't say it has happened.
MT in the chat just said she's not managed by anyone now.
Oh, I do apologise, Angie. Hi, how are you, by the way?
I'm okay.
That doesn't mean she can still go live, so I don't know. It's crazy.
Well, EQ's going live at 8 to do her FYP, so it'll be interesting what she talks about. But Luke, the judge, said he's going to do it tomorrow, and it's like, well, no, you need to be tackling it today, not waiting tomorrow to get your clout. Like, it's deeper than that.
Yeah, that's what I think. The whole point of their lives is FYP news. That's what they do. But something as serious as this is not like you're tuning into EastEnders at 8 o'clock, tune in and get the views up and all this. It should be brought up today.
Yeah, that's why I won't be joining his live tomorrow. It needs to be talked about and spoken about when it's happening, not a day later.
And then I feel like all these conversations, even for the past few weeks, it's all about, I'm not saying Luke in general, but some people just throw on the lives to get the views up and get gain off the back of it,
Yeah. Well, in defense of Luke, because he hasn't spoken yet, I think we just at this point give him the benefit of the doubt. And
that's what I mean. I'm not I'm not naming him specifically or anything.
What was it? Bella's literally just said something really good. Luke fired up a live within minutes of EQ saying about the party yesterday, about the location, but he won't do this.
That's exactly what I was just about to say.
You know why, don't you? The reason why is because he needs to be briefed first, like someone said in the comments.
Exactly.
That's disgusting, though. That is disgusting behaviour.
Yeah.
You want to see the video because I've just seen comments about 5 minutes ago about Lucy. I've just found a video of Lucy replying about it all.
About who?
About the Pearl situation.
Can you show us that, or?
Yeah.
Yeah, listen, I don't have any hate towards Luke. You know what I mean? It's not him. You've got to remember, he wasn't the one that said it.
Exactly.
Yeah, of course.
I'm also thinking about the community and the generations to come, and that's my stance. On the back of this, however, I'm also against trolling. I'm also against bullying. I'm very much for education. And I would ask that this be kept out of my community, because I'm not standing for it. So that's my stance on it. That's where I am. There's going to be many people that have been waiting for me to say something on it, and that's what I've got to say on it. I don't agree with it whatsoever. And there's many people that have been put in situations currently. So I hope that you guys respect my decision. I'm not going to become a hater, because I'm not a hater. It's not in my makeup. But I will be promoting complete equality on the app and supporting those who need it. And that's all I've got to say on the matter, and I hope that you guys support me on that and appreciate it. Mods, if you can turn the comments on, because I kind of want to hear from my community, but that's what I've got to say on the matter. So turn comments back on, please, for me, mods, and let's get back to our normal stream.
Hold on.
Wait, so what's he saying?
She doesn't want it to be brought to her community because it's bullying. Did I hear that correctly?
Yeah.
That's some bullshit right there.
He's saying that. Sorry, I didn't hear that. Oh, wow.
Yeah, that's bullshit right there. Bullshit right there.
I can't.
What was she implying that? not to speak about it because Pearl will get bullied. Is that what you meant?
Oh, I don't know. To be fair, I don't know.
Also, she doesn't stand for the racism, but she also doesn't stand for people being bullied.
Okay.
The bullying. Where's the bullying going on?
I guess Pearl getting bullied.
But it's all right for everybody else in the other communities to get ridiculed.
This person is sitting on the fence getting splinters, yeah?
Yeah, that's
I don't
mad.
agree with her at all.
Can I also just say, like I said, excuse me, like I said on my platform, I think there are people that will turn their back on Pearl, that, you know, that were friends of hers, but just to protect themselves. And that's to protect their platform.
Yeah, I think you're right, Angie.
Yeah, I do believe that, yeah. Sorry, got the sore throat.
I just think it's interesting that what's the lady's name? The pink hair, I've already forgotten. Lucy, sorry. It's interesting that she doesn't support bullying and she's prepared to come out and speak on behalf of Pearl. Where was this energy when Dave Duran was coming for Laura and threatening to go and turn up at her house? Where was this energy when Torian and Paige's address were being leaked and they were being bullied and their kids were being threatened with all sorts of horrendous things? Mm-hmm. So bullying's been happening, but we only speak up when the bullying is our friends. Is that the rules that I'm hearing? That's what we do. Okay, good. Just so I'm clear.
I'm getting.
That she took a crazy fucking stance there. Sorry.
Do you want me to play
A lot
it
of
again
nothing.
for the clip so you can read into it a bit more?
Yeah, go ahead.
I won't put the video on because it's pointless, but I can hear it.
Morals.
God, we need chocolate.
And I am also thinking about the community and the generations to come. And that's my stance. On the back of this, however, I'm also against trolling. I'm also against bullying. I'm very much for education. And I would ask that this be kept out of my community. Because I'm not standing for it. So that's my stance on it. That's where I am. There's going to be many people that have been waiting for me to say something on it, and that's what I've got to say on it. I don't agree with it whatsoever.
Angie, MT wants a box. I'm going to drop. He says that that's not like fully correct, so I'll drop so he can get in.
Okay. Oh, there you are.
Do you ever feel like some people just come on to say what other people want them to, or want them to think what people want them to hear?
Maybe we're misunderstanding.
Yeah.
Hey, sorry, I just don't want you to misinterpret the video because obviously I think that's what's happening. So she's basically saying the exact same as what everyone else is saying. She's saying she doesn't agree with Belle's behaviour, she's calling it out and she's taking it a step away. But she's basically saying what everyone else has also said, but I think she's just using different words. So she's saying that respectfully, she doesn't condone bullying and that, so she's not going to go and bully Pearl. She doesn't want it being brought to her platform. She isn't going to bully her on her platform, but she doesn't agree.
You don't have to bully her to...
It implies that we're bullying, though.
What?
It does imply that we're bullying.
Okay, well, let's put it into this perspective. When you've probably got about 20,000 people who are going for one person, although we might not see it as bullying, that person probably does see it as bullying, doesn't he?
You see
So I'm on the side as everyone else. I made my position clear last night, so I don't think I'm here defending I'm back on the cause. But what I'm saying to you is I think you're just misinterpreting that video. Just go and watch the video again. She's not saying that everyone's a bully. She's basically saying that I don't agree with what Pearl's done, but I've just for the purpose of my community, I don't want it brought into my community. You get me? Because Lucy's a nice girl, so obviously I don't want it twisted, but that isn't what that,
Yeah,
that,
we're not...
that is. You get me?
But it's not as if Pearl is a child, or, you know, she's a grown-ass adult, and...
I think she just needs to come off the app, come back, and something else. You know what I mean?
I don't know how she can be considered as being bullied. She's already said she doesn't care. She's not bothered. She's not listening to anyone. She doesn't care. She sounds like a woman standing. Yeah, she's standing in her ground. She don't sound like no victim to me.
Like if this turns around and...
With the utmost respect, Mother Teresa, I'm more worried about Paige and Torian getting death threats and
Me
the
too.
kids being, you know, threatened to grape, rather than, you know, poor Pearl. To be honest, let's get this into perspective.
Agreed, Tonya.
Respectfully,
I'd be more worried about. I'd be more worried about those two girls and their families, who are completely innocent in all this,
but
than poor Pearl.
I think respectfully, you've completely misinterpreted why I got in the box, because I didn't come in here to defend Pearl. If any of you heard me doing that.
No.
No,
we know what you mean.
No, yeah. So I don't want you twisting it like that, because that seems
we know
why
you're
you
not.
keep on doing it, because you keep on saying like, oh well, we don't condone Pearl's behaviour. I haven't sat here and condoned Pearl's behaviour. In fact, I was probably one of the first people to call it out. But as soon as I found out about this last night, I literally found out about it in here. As soon as I found out about it, I literally come back in and said, "That's it, cut ties, done."
Yeah, you were. I saw you.
Yeah,
you were.
So I'm not sitting here now defending anyone's behaviour, but what I'm saying is, obviously, you've got to understand from Lucy's perspective. Lucy's involved in the Pearl situation because she has a friendship with Pearl. So what she's basically saying is, yeah, she doesn't agree with what's happened, which is what we're all saying. But she's saying that she doesn't agree with people bullying an individual because she doesn't want that being brought to her community. Now, I know people in the comments are saying, but defending racism isn't bullying. I completely agree with that. Yeah, I completely agree with that. But we're not just on about this situation. If you look at the situation as a whole, she's probably getting a lot of hateful comments, isn't she? She's probably being bullied to within.
That's
Obviously,
like
she's getting a load of hate, isn't it?
did.
And no one's.
Torian.
Yeah, just like I did when Torian was homophobic to me. So we can all sit here and preach about what happened to individuals. No, it was.
So we're not going to go there.
Are you stood in my shoes?
We're not going to go there.
Sorry, are you stood in
This
my
isn't
shoes?
the first time either.
Respectfully, are you stood in my shoes?
We're not going to go there.
Yeah, so don't tell me what's homophobic to me and what isn't. Okay, we won't go there because it isn't the time or the place to have that discussion. But I'll feel how I want to feel, and I'll say what I want to say, and as long as I come with information and back it, then I'll back it. But this isn't conversation. Conversation ain't about Torian and Paige. The conversation's about the words which were said last night, which affected many, many people.
Yeah,
but I'm just making sure that people understand.
It's about Torian and Paige.
It is about Torian and Paige.
Affected many people. It just isn't about Torian and Paige.
Well, it is though. I respectfully. She said a pack of orangutans.
Yeah,
she was referring to Laura, Torian, and Paige, and I will speak louder so that the audience can hear me.
So is it?
She was talking about Laura.
You've said that 4 times.
He was talking about Torian. Because you said it wasn't about them, so I'm trying to correct you. So maybe you could listen.
No, if
maybe you could listen.
If you listen to me, I'm starting.
You said it's not about Torian and Paige. Pearl literally was racist to them. It is about them. That's all I was trying to say.
You need to stop missing words out and just run with exactly what you've just done with the Lucy situation. You need to stop missing words out. I said it isn't just about Torian and Paige.
Can I just say something really quick, MT? Sorry, change the subject a little bit. I'm not deflecting from what happened last night, by the way, whoever said that in the comments. Angie can mention it at any time. I won't be in the box if she does, but she can happily do that. So can other people. I'm not that bothered. I just don't want to talk about it on my platform. That's all it is. Sorry.
Yeah, just don't twist my words anyway. That isn't what I said. I said that isn't just about Torian and Paige. Okay. And the Lucy situation, you said it was. Just rewatch that video again, okay?
Okay.
But can people not bring awareness or pick Pearl up on it without being accused of bullying her, you know?
No, because when it's racism, anyone who's racist, suddenly they're the victim, not the people who they're actually victimising. That's apparently the rules.
Exactly.
Just quickly, has anyone got a full Lucy video that they can tag me in or send it to my backup and I'll play the full Lucy video? Because I've just looked at that video on mute and it does look like there's a part of the first part of it is snipped because she said that's my part of it. But yeah, if there's a full video, can someone like tag me, send it to me in my inbox and I'll play the full video.
Can I ask you all guys a question? What do you all guys all think here about people who support Pearl still? You know, because that's a difficult one, isn't it? Say Lucy, for example, which I assume she's still going to support Pearl because she's friends with her. I mean, you know, Lucy hasn't said anything, but do you feel the same about people that support Pearl?
Can I just bring up something with Lucy in terms of, yes, she's Pearl's friend, but when it was said the first time to Laura, now we know who has an issue with Laura on this app. Not one of them said anything to Pearl in terms of the racist remark that was said to Laura. They all went in a box. They were all talking, but the minute it is said around Laura, Torian, and Paigey, it now becomes an issue, and no one wants to be her friend. Everyone is backing off. Why wasn't this done when it was first said to Laura?
Absolutely right.
Reason people,
Because they thought Laura was on her own at the time. That's why.
No, no, I know. Can I answer that? Because I did stand by Pearl.
Now.
I stood by Pearl when she first said it, and I've never seen eye to eye with Pearl. The reason being, when she first said it, I thought to myself, well, because she did say she does say it to her children, not just that, but I just didn't at the time think there was any racial intention maybe behind it. And I thought maybe, it could have easily been a white woman she had said it to, but happened to be Laura. So that's how I saw it the first time around. But like I've also said, first time, okay, I have, give you the benefit of the doubt, but second time, no. Now
The reason people continued to support her was because everyone took stock of like her saying, "Oh, my background and obviously being a gypsy and I'm not educated," and she put a show on, sat in boxes with Torian and Paige, being educated on what's right and what's wrong and what shouldn't be said. So everyone gave her the benefit of the doubt. Everyone believed that she wasn't educated on it and that her background was the reason that she wasn't educated on it. So people gave her the benefit of the doubt. There's no backtracking on this now.
All of that was just excuses. But all of that was just excuses.
My point is, you can all these creators now can speak up and say, we don't agree with it, we are backing off, we are unfollowing her. But where was it? Now it's been like the pack of, where was this when it was said to Laura?
Absolutely right.
No, I'm sorry, that's just wrong. That's
wrong. There was loads of people doing lives on it saying it was wrong.
Absolutely right.
As in terms of these big creators that sat in after the racist remark the first time, these creators still battled Pearl, sat in boxes with Pearl, and still continued.
No, I'm sorry, but that's factually wrong.
So did I. No one thought she was being.
There was a lot of them that didn't.
It's because it was Laura the first time that it was said.
No, you're wrong. I'm sorry.
Not a lot of people like Laura on this.
No,
we're not wrong. Collective. It's now an issue.
Because I feel like she's just talking over everyone and not allowing anyone to speak.
She's just talking something that is not factually correct, and the problem is that you're going to get people, Kaz, and I don't know you, I don't know what you're doing, but you don't know that, and that's factually untrue. What you are saying is just not right, and then you're spreading this across lives, and then people listen to this out of the blue and thinking that's what's happening. I get if it's your opinion, but if you're stating something that you know is wrong, and I know is wrong, then you can't be saying that. So on the first time when Pearl said that, there was lots of people that called her out publicly. MT, Jay, Lucy, everyone called her out publicly and said that was wrong, right? Now, the fact is that people can then adjust their relationship. Just because someone makes a racist remark, people can look at that and go, right, I know that person. It doesn't make them inherently racist, but they need to change what they're doing. We'll see how it works. Otherwise, every person, your grandparents that make a mistake or say something like that, you're going to say now they're all racist. The problem is when I stood up and said that what Pearl said on the first time was wrong, it was racist, but I don't think that made her racist, full stop. So then I looked at her, we talked to her, she had 2-3 weeks of education, and I publicly said if she does it again and doesn't learn, then that's a pattern of behaviour that makes someone racist, in my opinion. So that's what's happened this time. So when this come up again, of course now you're going to get people go, hold on a minute, there hasn't been any learning. We said from the offset if it had happened again, then it shouldn't happen. And now they're standing up for it. Now the problem is everyone's going to say, well, now they're standing up for it. Now they're doing this and the other. If people didn't stand up, then that's another problem. And the other issue we're going to have here is we're going to have people that say things like, it should have happened this way. It should have happened this way. But not everyone knows everyone's lives and situations. I'm a person of colour. I've been through racism all my life. I could pump people in different circumstances, different experiences of racism. Some people could do it for me. No one speaks from my experience and the way I now deal with people who are racist or say racist things. So, for example, Han, Paigey, Torian, I'm not ever disagreeing with how they react to things that are racist or they believe that are racist, but it's different for me. I might deal with it differently. So everyone deals with this differently. You can't now turn around and say it's wrong.
And spreading this cheese like you just done, Kaz, now is just fueling fire to something that we're
What
all
did
heading
Kaz
in
do?
the right
Okay,
direction to.
what do you believe, TJ, that Kaz has said that has fueled more fire than a woman? Because what you've just said there, okay, understandably, you're saying that we don't all speak for each other as black people. However, take us out of the equation. I'm not a big creator, you're not a big creator. However, Pal is. Pal has put herself in the position of influence.
Yeah.
She's engaged within that, okay, accepted responsibility as not just a streamer or a live creator sat there with 10 people in your room having fun, having a joke, having laughs. She's put herself in the public eye in a very large scaled way, okay? So she has a responsibility. You can say what you want, TJ, because you don't have 1,000 people sitting there watching you and then believing any ideology that you now go and put out there. So if you spark up a live and there's 10 people in there and you say you have that same ideology and I get, say, attacked off the back of that, that's 10 people. That's just 10 people. When Pearl sparked up a live, calls people an orangutan, that's not the only thing she's done. There's 800 people that are sitting there clapping our hands, which now allows the messages in the comments to come through to me, Antoine, and the rest of us saying, "Oh, get out of our country," which is my country too, by the way. Get out of our country, go back to your country. In this kind of behaviour, the microaggressive racist comments, like I don't know the difference between you two. You know the difference between Phil and Grant and their brothers on EastEnders that are meant to look alike, but you know the difference. You're very much aware of the difference. So unless it's microaggressive racism, and just because it's small and micro and it's not macro, she's not got a pitchfork and screaming, "Get out of my country, N-word," it doesn't matter. The same way you said, TJ, we don't speak for everybody else. You actually, in the terms of law, in terms of definition of racism, you do not get to pick and choose the level of racism we can be offended by. There is more than just one form of racism. Antagonizing someone due to their religion or their race, that is racism and a hate crime. Antagonizing. Not even just with words, antagonizing someone.
But when have I
That
ever
is a hate
disagreed with
crime.
that concept? Yeah, but when have I ever disagreed with that concept? I never.
No, you're saying that like, attacking people on the basis of their... So you just got attacked by saying, because it was about Laura and you don't know that.
Sorry, no, that's wrong. One second, let me just finish this. Let me just finish this point off. No, that's not right. I've always said that people's experiences and perception of racism is racism to them. No one should belittle that, or no one should change that opinion of it, because it's what you believe is racism, that is how it's affects one in law and morally. My view always has been that same. What I was saying is, when Kaz came up and said that no big creator had called Pearl out the first time and only now they have called her out, was factually wrong. That was my...
Can I tell you why I disagree with that then? Can I tell you why I disagree? Because the big creators that we're talking about, you are right, a lot of big creators did. The creators that we're talking about, the Luke, Miss Reds, DG, they are all the big creators that had a problem with Laura. So I'm not saying they did it on purpose, but due to their issue and their egotistical problems of another creator on the app, they refuse to see the blatant racism that had been put across. Forget about us, okay, live creators. You're acting like Pearl doesn't have black supporters or mixed supporters. Did she sit there once and think how that's going to make these vulnerable people potentially watching her to feel safe? Did they ever feel, how did she think, how's that going to make them feel? So yes, it was because it was Laura the first time. That's why a lot of big creators didn't stand out, because they did not like her. They already had problems with her. So why are they going to turn around and be like, oh, I'm going to drop my ego, drop the whole defense, do you know what I mean? And I'm going to actually stand up and say, no, Pearl, you are our friend. We do hate Laura. But you can't, that's still racist. You can't say that, and I'm not going to publicly stand with you, which then means my supporters and my followers publicly stand with you as well. So it massively was because of Laura. Because a lot of, how come Zach had a massive problem with Laura, He spoke up once and then basically retracted and said, you know what, I'm looking at her and I'm not getting involved because it's out of order what Pearl said. That was from the first time she said it.
Yeah.
And he hates Laura. So how come, I'm saying the rest of them that didn't speak up, instead of talking about the racism all week, or coming and been speaking to us and being educated, they've started up lives, gone no about Laura, slagged her off some more. We've had Dave Duran running up lives saying we're going to get the farmer's address and we're going to send men there. We've had people threatening her. And really and truly, she was the victim of racism. I don't care if you think she's the biggest bitch in the world. In that instance, your little bitchy creator bullshit is not relevant because it's bigger than all of us and it's bigger than them.
Yeah, but I've never disagreed with that. And the fact is, whatever you just said, I accept, I agree with, but what I'm saying is, you can't just come in and what, in effect, racism is generalising one, either culture or anything, under one critic. And you can't do that. So you can't just come up and say, all these
go away,
creators...
Anne-Marie. Sorry.
all these creators, and just do that. Pick the people that you're talking about specifically. That's not a problem if you feel that
How
about
are we
one
being told
creator.
how to act like against like what we're being insulted against? We can't be told how to act. Like,
Who's
do you know
telling
what I
anyone
mean?
to act? Who's telling anyone to act?
You just told Kat.
I said if you're going to factually say something, say the correct
Well,
thing.
so if
factually.
we're only talking about facts, this whole conversation, me and you've just had, TJ, is irrelevant then, because we're talking on experiences and opinions, and that's exactly what
fine.
Kaz
You
just
can
did.
speak on experience.
No, but that's what Kaz just did.
She didn't. That
was an opinion. She was saying her
No, I'm sorry.
opinion.
You can't
So
say
it's
that.
TJ's opinion that matters, though, apparently.
Say that again.
It seems like it's only.
We're gonna have a conversation. Say it.
Yeah, sorry, I was outside. I was trying to stop the dog.
No, that's all right. Sorry.
Trying to stop the dog barking. It seems like what you're saying is it's like your version of racism is all that's okay, and if anybody else has a view on it, then that's not okay. You're saying you've got your perspective on racism, so why can't other people have their perspective on racism?
When I first came up, my first thing is that everyone's perception of racism is their own, and they can believe that and feel how they want to feel on it based on their experiences or perceptions. That was my first sentence. So you can't now turn around and say, well, it's just my view on that. That's not
She's only saying it because you sound very contradicting. You're saying openly with a blanketed statement that everyone's experiences are validated, the correct thing to say. However, then when people are talking about experience or validating their own experience, you are coming back with something to say. It sounds like you're very contradicting yourself. No one's saying you didn't say that. I'm saying you sound very contradicting in your words because I don't understand where you stand. I'm pretty sure you've been around Pearl and stuff.
Yeah, I have. And I've
exactly.
Yeah, but listen to what I'm saying is, if I'm saying this door is wood or plastic, it's either wood or plastic. But I can experience how it opens, it moves and all that. But if you're going to say that it's wood or plastic, you've got to say it's either wood or plastic. So if you're going to say facts about a situation...
Exactly. It's either racist or anti-racist. She said it the first time. You decided, from your opinion, even though by the legal definition, it is actually racist, and how her behaviour has been, legal definition, she has been racist. You said, instead of it being wood or plastic, it's racist or anti-racist. You picked anti, the rest of us picked racist. From the first time she said it.
I'm sorry, you just twisted what I've just said.
No, not that. You're not getting it. Some of us didn't need the second time. And that's what I'm trying to say. So if Kaz comes up and has an opinion on why it took the second time for other creators or big creators to open up and say something, I don't believe that you can either just shut down her opinion like that either.
She didn't say why, though. She started with the fact of all the creators didn't stand up on and say that she was racist or call it out at all. And now, when they said it was a pack of people and it involved Torian and Paigey, that they're all now standing up and saying it. What I'm trying to say is that's not true. That part of it isn't true. If she feels that they should have done it earlier and all that sort of stuff, that's fine. That's her opinion. I'm not saying that. All I'm saying is...
What they're saying, TJ, I think what people are saying, like the Kaz is saying, you all stayed friends with that person, even though you called her out. There's no point calling that person out and still, being up her ass, which a lot of people were.
And this is the problem. Look at the comments now, yeah? This is what, these kind of conversations, when Pearl opens her mouth and says this, and it's like someone's sitting there saying, Jessie... Paige just loves going around attacking people.
Sorry, and I'll jump out.
No, that's not true.
No, but mine, you're not getting it because I don't want to get upset. I'm going to drop in a minute because I'm starting to get pissed